Creative Lauri here. Welcome everyone. If you're new to my channel, I'm a home stager and I hope you stick around, hit the subscribe button and the like bell or the like button if you like the video and the bell to get notified when I do videos. Now you guys saw me have this conundrum about these, they're panels. They're beautiful Indonesian wood panels. Now I love natural wood, but I wanted something a little more farmhouse. I used them in my staging business for a long time as headboards, side by side, vertically, flanking a fireplace hearth like mine. So I love them, and I have them hung like this on my fireplace hearth mantle above it. Now, they're made in India. I know it's upside down, but that's a little sticker. So I'm going to take that off. I decided to go ahead and paint the underside. Okay, it's kind of a big step for me, but that way I get the beauty of the natural wood and have it look more farmhouse on one side. So I'm just using the antique white from Apple Barrel. I almost said Crackle Barrel. I always put my paint on foil most of the time. I'm going to take a big fat burly brush and do dry brushing because I don't want it to seep down under. I want just like a light coating. I don't want it to bleed through. So I'm going to get like the outer edge kind of more of a solid. So I'm obviously learning how to paint very quickly, but just this alone, it looks really good. I like it. I have to be very careful with the top edge, the lip, because you'll be able to see it underneath, and I don't want that. Or, you know, when I have on the natural wood edge, yeah, I don't want that. No, this is good. So far, so good. Sometimes you just gotta take chances, and I've been wanting to do that. Do this with this piece. In fact, I'm gonna use a smaller brush for the edge, for the rest of the edge. You definitely want to go with the green. You can't be afraid of paint, guys. If you ruin a piece, then you ruin a piece. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. You can always clean it up, basically. You can sand it off, especially if it's wood. That's why it's kind of important to use real wood, because, I mean, it's just easier to do. Oh yeah, this works much better. So I have a smaller brush. I'm quickly just painting the outskirt. I'm still taking my finger to make sure I didn't get the outer edge. Trying to be careful. Does not have to be perfect. But it's looking good. I like it. I really like it. I'm kind of excited now. Hence my enthusiasm in my voice when I said looking good. So, I don't know when you guys are going to see this video, but I've done a couple of videos today. Trying to take heed of my good times with my foot. So I'm standing, and when I can no longer stand and my foot's swollen, I have to sit back down. So I'm really trying to take advantage. Alrighty, so I like it. I need more paint. This small brush is great for the corners, by the way, a tight brush, and the corners all the way around. So keep that in mind. Then you can use your big fluffy brush to kind of get in and cut, you know, to the bigger areas. So this wood, it's the back of it. It's really soaking up the wood. It's very dry, so just be cognizant of that if you're doing something like that. You might have to. And I'm not using regular paint because I honestly just wanted to see if I wanted it to dry fast, which acrylic paint does. So I'm okay with it using a lot more paint. Because I'm really going fast with this and getting it done quickly. I really am just trying to get the corners, which I think I've gotten. So now we're just going to kind of do a dry brush technique all over it. First, let's go back over. I really want the edges to be nicely done because that'll help make it stand out. So that's why I'm kind of going back and forth on the edges where I missed, because it'll look better for sure. And you can always go back and sand it off, but I'm liking this cream color. Honestly, it's really pretty. Okay, let me finish this edge here and we'll get back. Oop, I got paint on my fingers. Don't waste it. Put it on your item. Look how easy this is, guys. So I'm going to work on a small area at a time. That way you can kind of see better what I'm trying to do and achieve. I get my paintbrush wet, but then I'm also letting it be a dry brush effect, which I think is really pretty and attractive. I'm going to show you the after so you can see what I've actually created. Now there are some, what are they called? Little hanging hooks on here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to take them off. I think I am because I don't need them. And they're just going to stick with the paint, and I don't want that because I want to get underneath. So when I use the white side, that it doesn't, you know, stick to the wood because of the paint. So, oh, I'm really liking it, guys. Really. It's amazing how a little dry brushing and the right brush can really help out in a project like this. I know it's hard to kind of put it together because I'm kind of jumping around the areas, but I think you kind of get what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to make it look a little more cohesive too. Okay, this is looking good. Yeah, I like it. Really like it. So let me go get a little screwdriver. I'm going to take all these hooks off. I don't need them. And we'll come back and I'll show you the continuation of this. Alright guys, so here it is. I think it turned out so pretty. I took off all the hardware and I didn't need it to begin with when I had it on the flip side. So I think this looks really pretty. I can use it like this cream or the natural wood on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the second one. It did take a lot of paint. I think because the front is Indonesian wood, but the back I think is MDF. Or maybe it's all, I don't know. It doesn't look like, I don't know. I don't know how they did that, to be honest. But it really absorbed the wood, the paint. So I have like not even half a bottle left. So I did give each part a little second coat. Not too much because I didn't want to overdo it. Just to highlight, like, just everywhere, you know, every here and there, I should say. Like here, just to bring out some of the detail. but I didn't want to go crazy on all the pieces. So I did a light coating, or a first coat I should say, on a lot of it. Went back and did a second coat. So like right here, I'm going to do a second darker coat on this line, this vine, oh my goodness, vine. Where does vein come in? I guess it kind of looks like some of our veins. That's funny. Okay, so I really tried to get it all even on the edges, and I think it looks really pretty. Really pretty. I'm loving it. So I'm gonna let this dry. It's drying really fast, and then we're gonna move on to the second one. And I'm really happy I'm doing this. So let me pause. Okay guys, here's the second one. I did this a little quicker than the first. I used a little more paint than dry brushing technique, so just make sure your paintbrush is good and wet. Now it might be a little darker than the other ones, so if I see that, I'm just going to add paint straight up on the panel on the wall. So let me hang it up. Okay guys, I got this from the thrift store. You guys remember it. I got it last year. I just painted it quickly with acrylic paint. I'm going to do the same again and just do brush strokes like that. Honestly, I think last time I used a paper towel, so I would put the color on and then like use a paper towel. But go in the grain that's going in. I'm kind of all over the place right now, but my hands have paint all over it too. So what I'm going to do is, this thing is so big, this clock. I think I got it for $6, you guys. Just going to do paint like that all over. I just need to get a little bit of cream on here. It was a little too white for me. I liked it initially, but I really like off-white cream a lot better. So I'm just kind of doing that. Kind of dry brush technique, really. And if I get a little bit on the rim, I'm going to do the rim separately. Where I see that it's like too much white or the dark metal coming through, I'm going to go over it. So that's all I'm doing. Yeah, I'm liking it so much better already. Much, much better. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see. It's pretty hard to see. So I'll have to include an old video of the color. But I am really, liking this. And this clock actually does work. I just got to put a new battery in it. And I really don't care if it works or not, even though I kind of look up at it thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to be able to tell the time. But, oh yeah, this is looking so rustic, just the way I'm dry brushing it almost. It's like a dry brush effect. Yeah, I like it, guys, a lot. Alright, I'm going to finish, I'm going to get to the half point. And I'm standing on my foot, so this isn't good. So I'm going to sit for the rest of the painting that I'm doing. And I say, if you're new to my channel, I re-injured my foot, so I'm supposed to be staying off of it, which I'm not doing. Oh, this is looking so much prettier. It looks just like a softer version of it, guys. That's what I think I love about it. Soft. I am loving it. Sometimes, pardon for the sound, you just have to like take a chance, and paint is cheap. I always tell my clients, if you're going to change, transform your house, refresh it, paint. Cleaning and painting. Cleaning is free. Paint is very cheap. So I'm taking my own advice. This is looking good. I really like it. Because the brush strokes, you still see the white and the dark underneath. I'm sorry for the noise. I'm almost at the halfway mark. Let's see, what's halfway here? Just work my way in. What I like about acrylic paint is it gives the effect of chalk paint without having to spend the money on it. So make sure you're going in the grain of the metals also. I'm going to run out of paint almost. I'll have enough for this. But I'm almost, like I said, at the halfway point. Just hold it. Oh, it's looking so pretty, you guys. And I don't want you to have to sit here and watch me do this, but I'm just trying to show you like how fast it can be. Literally, it's just really fast. A fast technique. Acrylic dries very easily. You don't have to be afraid of your paint. Just work quickly because it dries very fast. Okay. Sorry for the noise. I'm trying to make it all even. And get in here on the inner lip. Just, I want it to be consistent. This is really lightening it up. I really like it. So here it seems a little darker. I'm going to add more paint. It's looking so pretty, you guys. Really pretty. I'm loving it. It's amazing what you can do with paint, metal, wood. I mean, you don't think you can paint something until you try, right? That's what I'm doing. And I did this a year ago, a little over a year ago. Oops. Really want it to be light and bright, because that's sort of how Farmhouse is. It's light and bright. I love country, don't get me wrong, but sometimes country has darker and dingier colors, which I like with the burlap, but I really love Farmhouse look because it uses so much cream and white, which I'm a fan of anyway. Okay. Pretty much got half of it. I'm gonna go back over some of the spots that I think are too light. On the edges and such. I'll come back and show you. Oops. Alright guys, I did it. It's all done. Still wet, but it dries really quickly. I gotta wash my hands. I think it looks so much prettier. I can't believe I did the 2 panels, the clock, and what else did I do? I used this on the carrots that I just recently did, and I think it's something else. So I mean, no, that was it. I still have a third of the bottle left, so it really goes a long way. It's not perfect. I don't want it perfect. I want a little bit of that metal shining through, which it just naturally does when you brush it on. I can't wait till it dries and put it up and show you guys. So let me wash my hands. Let me wash my brush. I'm going to throw this away. Well, I recycle it actually. And I'm going to hang it up and show you guys. Alright guys, it's just about dry. The edges are dry. There's some spots where they are not, but I'm just gonna hang it to show you what it looks like with the panels that I did. So I'm not gonna keep it this way for spring because I have a wreath I want to put there instead. So let me show you. Guys, here it is. I got cut off. So I'm not going to show you much anything else because I am redoing my mantle, and I really like it. I think it's so pretty and light and bright. I think it looks much better than the white that it was, the clock. And to do the two panels on the back side and the clock, it cost me less than 50 cents, the antique white from Apple Barrel. So I'm redoing my mantle. The second video you're going to see is my Easter spring mantle, but I'm not going to keep the clock up. I'm going to use something else. So until then, my friends, just remember, decorating doesn't have to cost a fortune. You can revamp what you have. Obviously, I took my panels and reversed them and painted the back side. And so if I want them to be natural, like maybe for Christmas, I'll put them back to the natural side. So just an idea, just think outside the box. And like I got that big clock, I think it was $6.19 at the Goodwill last year. And I painted it white initially, and now I went over it with the antique white so it'll all match, and I really like it. So you'll see my spring mantle, spring Easter mantle next. Then I'm going to show you how I revamp this actual mantle, probably. I wish I could do it before I did my spring mantle, but I don't think it's in the cards because I'm not very mobile these days and I can't get it all done with my foot the way it is. So stay tuned. Bye guys. Let me know if you like it. Bye.